Alright, so this is just a very basic, low-tech sort of explanation of a couple of pithball scenarios that you have to describe in your online lesson. So here we go. So in this particular scenario, we've got a neutral pithball, and what we do is we bring a negatively charged rod close by, and what happens is they attract one another. So the question is why? So when you look at this pithball, again, you'll notice that there are two positive charges, there are two negative charges. Its overall charge, therefore, is neutral or zero. When the negatively charged rod is brought close by, though, what happens is the electrons that are in the atoms get pushed away. They get pushed away by the negative charge of the rod. Like charges repel, right? And so the atom ends up getting distorted. The electron spends a little some time away from the nucleus of the atom, further than what it normally would. And you notice now that this side of the pithball ends up with a positive charge. If we were to, if you just watch the cursor, just an imaginary line right there. This side over here, or this side of the surface of the pithball is negative, and this side of the surface of the pithball is positive. And so like charges attract, right? And so the positive surface of the pithball is now going to be attracted to the opposite charge that's on the rod. So this is, again, a process of induction. The presence of a charged object is inducing or stimulating a neutral object to develop a charge on its surface. And it's always the opposite charge, right? And so we get the positive surface again attracting to the negatively charged object. Okay. Now if we go to the next diagram, something similar is happening, but there's a few minor differences. Again, we start with a neutral pithball. But this time we bring a positively charged rod nearby. And so again, this is a process of induction. That positively charged object is going to cause a charge to develop on the surface of the pithball, even though the overall charge of the pithball is going to be neutral. And so what happens is the positively charged rod, again according to the laws of attraction and repulsion, are going to attract the negatively charged electrons closer to the surface. Okay, again, if I take my cursor and draw an imaginary line down the middle here, you'll notice that to the left, that's where the positive charges are. To the right, this is where you have the negative charges. And so the surface of the pithball that's close to the positive charged rod is going to develop a negative charge because the electrons are being pulled in that direction. The atoms are getting distorted. And so that negative charge that's on the surface of the atom is going to be attracted to the positive charge of the rod. Again, the surface develops a negative charge opposite to what the positive charge rod actually is. And again, opposites attract. And so the pithball will end up attracting to the rod for that reason. Okay, so if we just jump back here we're developing a positive charge on the surface as electrons are being pushed away. And here, the surface of the pithball is developing a negative charge as electrons are being attracted to the surface by the rod. Okay, so hopefully that helps you.